All right. Let's get to game number 1 here. We got Mikoto versus Zaevinn here for our elimination semifinals. I mean, they've made it so far. They've kind of crawled their way throughout the bracket here. But, you know, one thing I also got to point out about Mikoto, he's been on the grind. And ever since, since he heard about there was a tournament for a crossover code, he was like, you know what, man, I'm hitting the lab. I'm about to go and win this whole entire tournament. And that's why his name right now is I'd win. He changed his whole persona. He changed his start.gg. He changed his in-game name, his whole Steam profile and everything to be Gojo. You know Gojo from JJK?
Yeah. Sudi introduced me to him.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, this guy's name is I'd win, but here he is in the elimination bracket. He's not in the winners. Who did he lose to? I don't know, but it's probably someone that's probably made it this far.
It was actually... He lost to Green Star, which Zaevinn just took out Green Star.
Oh, it's so tragic, but I feel like that makes it more interesting. It's so tight right now. This could go either way, but Zaevinn here, I had some doubts in him, but he's making it even. This could go either way. Two blasters may go in and at it together. And let me tell you, the Mandalorians, it's a crossover, right?
No, it is a Ada crossover, bro.
Oh, but it's blasters. They both love to have another blasters crossover.
Yeah, but I mean, Mikoto is not gonna have any use for it because this guy has like drained his whole bank account onto Brawlhalla cosmetics, and he has all the cosmetics in the game, mind you. If you look at this guy's like profile, if you look at this guy's like Steam's like his loadout, it's just he has everything, all the skins, all the crossovers, everything. That's Mikoto, bro.
This guy's been keeping BMG in business. This is why the blasters box came out. You just called the photos like, yo, do something, and then it happened.
No, that's why we got like 1,000 like mammoth coin bundles, bro. It's because of this guy, bro. He keeps on supporting BMG's devious. Anyways, we're not gonna slander his beautiful game of Brawlhalla here. But let's get back to the action here. We got it's tied up like you mentioned.
Sponsored by Yubi. This is sponsored by Yubi. Beautiful game. You can tell.
Alright, let's get back to the action here. Alright, we're seeing that Mikoto, getting some sort of lead as of the moment. You're just seeing him kind of space around, get these hits in there, but a nice end like connects and leads to the KO. Mikoto, for the first time in this game, going to be having some sort of advantage, but can he work with this advantage? Can he build with this lead? And can he work with this lead in order to get this game, perhaps? So does Zaevinn answer back? What do you think?
Look, I'm honestly ignoring this game, right? This game can go either way. But let me tell you, whoever wins this game is going to lose the next game, and this set's going to Game 5. I'm locking in the prediction. The only game you need to pay attention to is 2 games from now, probably.
Alright, bro, what the hell? We definitely got to pay attention to this game, because look at this. Zaevinn gets a nice dare.
It's been 3 minutes into the game, and it's just as it started. It might as well have been a one-stock game.
Honestly, it might as well. Because Zaevinn and Mikoto, it's just such even back and forth between these guys. And honestly, Zaevinn has been on a roll. Like I mentioned, the best placement he has had, honestly, in 1v1s has been in that Spirit Royales 1 tournament where he's, just got 5th place. But now he's here in a top 4 guaranteed spot and he's looking to punch his way into podium. And that's why this match counts so much. Because this is the difference between 4th place and 3rd place. This is the difference between being on a podium and just being on just a meager 4th. So everybody here is fighting for a placement spot. They're fighting for a throne spot here. And Zaevinn and Mikoto realizes what is at stake right now. But Zaevinn realizes the pressure's on him. He's on the back foot.
Masters of the game. These are 2 masters. These 2 blasters players. Oh my gosh! I did not expect that to fit. I just wish that game went on 2 more minutes. I'm so glad there's more games to this set. I need to watch more of these 2. No, but these are 2 blasters go. So I wonder what the stats show at the end. Who did more damage with blasters?
Look at the damage per engagement. 4.9 coming in from Mikoto and 4.8 coming in from Zaevinn. You look at kind of the damage as well too. Both 400 each. You definitely sense that. It's kind of a battle between 2 blasters goats, like you mentioned.
Oh, but I see from the stats only 51 from Mikoto.
Oh wait, hold on, my bad. I was looking at the hammer stats.
Yeah, the hammer is 402 and 51 on the blasters. So Mikoto might actually be a hammer guy, but. But they are going toe to toe here. Like you can see in the damage stats, the damage numbers, and even in the gameplay. Like this is Game 5 potential.
Oh, 100%. I definitely expect this one to go Game 5. If any set can go to Game 5, it's definitely this one. But let's see. It all depends on how Mikoto answers back. Because Zaevinn, he was playing on the back foot for the most of that game. That first game, we saw that Mikoto, coming down to the end, coming down to the 2nd stock, Mikoto had a big lead and was really working with the lead there. But at the end, Zaevinn held stage control and just really with the blasters, he was able to space out Mikoto and get that KO coming down to the end here. But it all depends on how Mikoto answers back. I think definitely he's going to have to utilize utilize his blasters a little bit, try to space out try to space out Zaevinn actually, and try to keep him off stage perhaps, and try to get those KOs. But right now he's starting off with a good lead here, Era.
The lead is certainly in favor of Mikoto, but Zaevinn isn't letting it go at all. Zaevinn is on the blasters now, which is his preferred weapon.
Yep.
So I think it's about to be a real quick flip if he can hold on to that, but he lost it.
What a nice true combo there. That D-Light into the N-Sig, true on Cassidy, of course. And I mean, Eri, you've noticed in the queue how many Cassidys you've been queuing, bro. I'm sure, like in 2s and 1s, the Cassidy,
None.
I mean, meta. You said none?
None. I've seen other people keying into Cassidys, but not in my queue, fortunately.
Oh, okay, then I guess. But I mean, I know in general there's been an uproar in Cassidy Blazer simply because of that Blasters buff and the Hammer buff. Cassidy has been up on the uprising, and rightfully so. I mean, we're seeing Mikoto here utilizing this Cassidy so well. Saving on the ropes. Mikoto doesn't capitalize with a nice, well placed there, able to get that stock on it, and just like that, we have a tied up stock. But look at the damage here, Eric. Look at the damage.
Oh, look, if this was Avalanche versus Shimi, the damage means nothing here. But this is Mikoto versus Zaevinn, and Zaevinn's. I'm afraid this is his time to show. Otherwise, he'll have to do a crazy last stock.
Yeah.
It just seems like he hasn't been doing that much work on the blasters as before he has.
Yeah.
But
nice.
and another D-Light N-Sig, a true combo that shouldn't be in the game, but it is.
And just like that,
he's just taking advantage of it.
Yep, Mikoto gonna have almost a full stock up right now, and it's not looking great here for this game number 2. Zaevinn, I mean, is on the back foot. He has 1 stock left. He has to take out 2 from Mikoto, and I mean, Mikoto, the way he's playing it so safe. He's not going for any like long strings. He's not going for any fancy stuff. He's going for your bread and butters. He's going for those like stomp in the Sair, stomp in the D-Light, no, not stomp D-Light, stomp in the Dare. He's going for stomp and sig. He's going for these, basic hits and just disengaging and then going back into it. Like,
he doesn't need much more. Zaevinn is the one that needs way more than that, and it doesn't look like he's getting it. Mikoto here is not giving him any chances here, and he might not even get another stock. It might be rats for Zaevinn and off to game 3.
I mean, yeah, the damage lead right now. I would say the damage is pretty much even, but seeing Mikoto with a big Sair. Not too sure there, but that's it. Stop it, Sair, and you kind of called it out there, Error. He did not, in fact, get a stock. And just like that, it is tied up in the second count, 1-1. In this game, I would say is a complete different. This is a complete different version to how we saw in game number 1, how close game number 1 was. You compare that to this game number 2, it's just such a jump in terms of gameplay, where you see Mikoto just dominating Zaevinn coming down to the end there.
Oh. I just want to make a comment. Zaevinn made a skin switch from the B to this other Reno skin, and he made a comment, sorry, there was a bee in my room. So this might be all it was. Maybe there was a bee in his room, he took it out the bee, the skin switch is all he needs, and now Zaevinn's back in the game.
No, honestly, sometimes all they need is just like a little cosmetic swap, and that's all it takes in order to bring the game back. So
now it's 1-1, right? If I'm not mistaken?
It is 1-1 right now, so it's anybody's game here, but this game is important here, because it's the one game that, really determines who's going to have that pressure, who's going to be putting the pressure in the set. Whoever gets this game number 3 determines who's going to put the other on match point, and nobody wants to be on match point, especially if you're on elimination side. You don't have any more cushions. If you're on match point, one more game and you're out of there, so this game matters so much. So Zaevinn needs to lock in, Mikoto needs to lock in. We need to see who's going to be taking this game number 3 here.
My money that Mikoto was so dominant last game, Zaevinn might have lost it. Mikoto might have just learned the ways of Zaevinn.
Yeah, I would say that the momentum is right now in favor of Mikoto, huge. You can definitely argue that.
These crazy dodges Mikoto's doing, his name's tripping me up. But this crazy dodges Mikoto's doing, where he's just like dodging straight through him, and then they're both doing some crazy weird dodges where it's like they're not even in any threats, they're just wasting their dodges over and over again. They're missing all their hits here. Maybe the dodges are doing something, but neither. We just went for a solid 10 seconds of straight blaster misses.
Ooh, nice side.
But then that side sig's finally gonna get some damage on Zaevinn, and then this game's looking not in his favor again.
Yeah, this is not great here coming in from Zaevinn right now. It seems like the momentum, once again, has channeled from that game number 2, and it's over now to the game number 3, but we're seeing Mikoto back on the trusty hammer, but Zaevinn going over to the orb now, looking for that satellite to start some combo, looking for a GC satellite this time, but a nice punish from Mikoto.
Another dodge.
Yeah. Mikoto doing well into kind of just waiting for these options, just going for these punishes coming down to the end here. And, you know, he's just performing so well right now over on this Cassidy.
I think it's time for Zaevinn to regroup. I mean, this game's not that far out, but he needs a quick kill here to stay in the game, just like that. I was a little afraid. I was a little afraid that one wouldn't kill, but that's exactly what he needed. And then he needs to weapon starve this guy. Oh no weapon starve, but he still rack up the damage.
Yeah, definitely got to utilize these blasters more. I mean, we know that Mikoto prefers the hammer over the blasters. I mean, we did see a little bit of his blasters coming into this first stock here. But I think if Zaevinn can win it, I mean, with the blasters or maybe utilize the orb a little bit more, perhaps that could be to his favor here. But getting back to the action, we're already seeing Mikoto with a quick stock with the hammer. I mean, when he's on hammer, he goes to work.
That was so sad to see. He might have done maybe 6-7 moves on the hammer, and that ended the stock. Took him from white to gone. And then you can tell Zaevinn's putting out all these light attacks that they're missing over and over again, wasting dodges.
Dodge, yeah. Did you see punish there from Zaevinn? Once again, another GC.
Like, hey, does he not know those use up a dodge?
I don't know, but it's
another 2-0.
It seems like Mikoto has figured that out, and he's just waiting for these GCs, like you mentioned, and then he's going for the punish. And I mean, I think Zaevinn's gonna have to lock in here. Maybe we see probably a character swap, or we're gonna be seeing him stick on Reno. But I think most definitely, whether he changes his legend or not, those GCs is what cost him so many stocks there. Look at that. I mean, he's been going for these GCs, and he's just been getting punish after punish. And it's the GCs. I mean, you can go for it, but it's not. Most of the time, it's not working.
Let me tell you, before, there was a bee in his room. Then, there was a bug in his room. He took out both of these out. Now he's on the King Zuba. He is ready to put that hammer to use. He saw Cassidy's hammer and he says, I need one of my own. But this level 8 King Zuba might be more of a mental breakdown, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you're not... I would say confidence kind of slipping away from Zaevinn as he's locking in with this King Zuva, a legend that, you know, I haven't seen him play at all. I didn't quite catch the level on it, but I know Zaevinn... Oh, yeah, level 8. I mean, single digits, man. This guy... I'm not sure if King Zuva is the pick, but I'm not sure what's the process with this one. What's the thought process behind this?
I'm ready to see something happen, because I'm actually a fan of Zaevinn, and I'd like to see him win, even though I don't think he would.
I think it's
already not looking in his favor.
It's really not looking in his favor because the way that Mikoto's playing is legit putting BTA on Zaevinn right now with this hammer.
Yeah. It's only these small little hammer hits, these nairs, these sayers. They do so much damage. Like, this guy gets 10 hits maybe, and then the stock is gone.
No, 100%. I mean, you're so right. The damage from the hammer is insane, but now we're going to be seeing Zaevinn's hammer. Now, can it go to work? Can he utilize his hammer to his advantage?
Mikoto here is the hammer guy. I don't think he should be... It's like playing Mordex against Markimu. He knows the matchup, and this looks like his worst set so far. It might even be a 3-stock.
It definitely seems like, you know, you're kind of ego picking him in a sense. You're like, hey, you're playing Cassidy, you're over on hammer. Let me play hammer as well too. Let me show you my hammer. Let me see if I can do it better. But then afterwards, you're performing like this, where you're down already 2 stocks, well now 1 stock, but you're down in the set. You're on match point in elimination side, and you're gonna pull out the Zuva against some guy that's playing hammer for the most of this Cassidy. Like, it just doesn't seem like a smart play to go for. But, I mean, Zaevinn has a hill to climb here. Or do you believe that he can, you know, climb this hill?
Oh, bro, this isn't a hill. This is a mountain. This is Everest. You see those mountains in the background?
Yeah.
He's gotta climb, bro. But he should save Zuba for Avalanche here. This is not his guy, but like I don't. It's almost like he's totally he's getting toyed with right now. I feel so bad for Zaevinn here. Honestly, he's one of my favorite players in this tournament, but he's bringing it back here for a second. But at the end, it'll only be another stock, even if he does a crazy play.
Yeah. So, I mean, Zaevinn. Oh my God! What was that ground pound? What are we thinking?
That was a desperate attempt for a stock.
That was definitely a desperate attempt for a stock.
That was sad to see how my guy Zaevinn really went down like that. That was just sad. I mean, well played, good plays for him. It was nice seeing him play throughout this tournament, and it's sad to see him go. In the previous set he played in, it was Greenstar versus Zaevinn. I didn't want to see neither of them go, but I think it was a sad result to see Greenstar go. And now I'm even sadder to see Zaevinn go like this.